Early Hebrew education. The Hebrews appeared about 4000 BC near Sumeria. They were nomadic Semitic tribes who moved from their flocks from oasis to oasis in the Arabian desert. During Abraham's time, they lived in Ur, then Haran in the crescent in 2000 BC, and later entered Canaan near the edge of the Mediterranean Sea. They were forced to live in Egypt because of the famine in Canaan. Through the leadership of Moses, they escaped their slavery from Egypt and languished for many years in Sinai Desert. Then under Joshua's leadership, they entered Canaan, conquered the people of Jericho, and took lands along the Jordan River, a land flowing with milk and honey, for this land is good only for pasturage and honeybees. There are three great crises in the history of Hebrews, which are the Babylonian exile or captivity on 586 BC, the destruction of Temple of Solomon 70 AD, and the diaspora or the dispersion of the Jews. They developed ideas, mores, and concepts that made them cling together and endure whatever befell them. These ideas, mores, and concepts are: Number 1, an omnipotent and righteous creator, God, who selected the Hebrews as his chosen people. Second, a coming Messiah who would restore the Jewish exceptional position lost through faithfulness. And lastly, holiness and obedience on the part of the Jews as a condition of their restoration. The methods of instruction were compulsory, oral, memorization, exposition, and temple worship. Education was compulsory. The boys were taught in school and the girls at home. In the elementary, the spoken word was used for lack of writing materials. Writing was done with stylus. Pupils were required to memorize passages and sentences learned. They used extensive mnemonic devices for memorization. A part of the Jewish education was temple worship, but it was compulsory for all males to visit the temple at least 3 times, and that was during the festivals of the Passover, the Shabouth, and the Tabernacles. The school day was long. It started early in the morning and lasted into the evening with a short recess at noon. Humanity is primarily in debt to the Jews. The following may be considered their outstanding contributions to education and humanity. Number 1 is the monotheism, the concept of one and only one God, a principle shared by Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Number 2 is the 10 Commandments, the general guide to ethical conduct that has set a standard for social living for several thousand years. And lastly is the Bible, that fountainhead of so much Western traditions and literature.
Created using Powtoon.